here comes the judge.
I would like to introduce our judging panel to you, beginning, well, on your left. Dr. Garen Milton, vocational counselor, Iowa Methodist Medical Center. Frank Strong, rehabilitation counselor, Iowa Commission for the Blind. Don Westergaard, administrator, Division of Persons with Disabilities. Eleanor Luce, handicapped woman of Iowa, 1986. We enjoyed ourselves today. We had a good time judging, and I hope the girls enjoyed themselves. They were with us for about 20 minutes, and it's kind of nerve-wracking to have the 5 of us sitting there looking at them, and they're wondering what we're going to say next. But we have a criteria that we follow. We don't have just a little, hi, how are you, we need rain, don't we? We talk to them and ask each of them questions that have to do with their biography. They send us that ahead of time, so we do know something about each of them before they come. But we follow this criteria. A possible 30 points is given for the ability to communicate. And usually the first question is asked about communication because they get the most points for that. And we say something like, if you were chosen to be Miss Handicapped Woman of Iowa, you would be asked to speak at service clubs, schools, and banquets. What would you want these people to know about disabled persons and why? On the endurance and capacity to travel, there is a possibility of 25 points. There the judges are interested in whether they can get off work or away from school to travel and represent handicapped women across the state of Iowa at special events. Social confidence is 20 points. Ability to project a positive image is 15 points. And personal achievement is 10. We are interested in a contestant's ability, her positive attitude, and community involvement. At the end of the interview, each judge marks a scorecard for each girl. And tonight, a possible 10 more points will be added to that score after she answers a question from the fishbowl, which will take place a little later. The judges do not have an easy task. I hope next year that you can volunteer your time to be a judge, because it is interesting, it's challenging, and a most enjoyable way to spend a weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. At this time, we're going to have the final part of the judging, and we'll call on Loretta, who's supposed to read the questions. We're going to have the, Lou, sorry about that, here you come. Lou has the questions in the bowl there, and the contestants are going to draw a question out of the bowl, and then I'll read that to them, and then they're going to answer to the best of their ability. And this is the final judging phases for the contestants. Thank you. Catherine, what in your opinion is the biggest misconception about people with disabilities?
I think the biggest misconception about people with disabilities are their abilities. They obviously like to form the opinion that we are not capable of doing anything. We're not able to fulfill any positions. And I disagree with that. I'm an artist and I get around town. And I know a lot of handicapped people that are very involved in the community and very involved with employment. I I just think being unable is the last thing, because I think because we are disabled, we try 200% harder.
Judy, tell us what you have enjoyed doing the most in the 2 days you have been here and why.
What I've enjoyed the most was getting to know each one of the contestants. I have a lovely daughter that everyone's always commenting on her outward beauty. I keep telling her that the true, real beauty comes within a person. And it was so exciting meeting all these contestants this weekend because each and every one truly had the outward and the inward beauty both.
Thank you. Edna Rehans. Okay, what do you feel is your best characteristic? She's a beautiful gal, and I think that go out to the next lady. Thank you, Edna. Pamela Hand. Pamela, let me read it to you. Edna, I wouldn't be able to answer that one either, so don't feel bad. If you want to park in a handicapped parking space and it was occupied by a vehicle without the proper parking permit, what action would you take, Pamela?
That situation is very real to me. That has happened to me. If I'm not in a hurry, I wait for the person to come out. And then I step out of my car and I say, I wish you hadn't parked here. I'm really tired today, or I really needed to be in a hurry today, and I couldn't finish my shopping. Please think about it the next time you park in a handicapped parking spot. And then I thank them in advance for doing so, because I think they'll remember.
Sue Fauser, do you think attending this pageant will be helpful in the future to you?
Yes, I really think so, because it sort of, from talking to everybody else, it kind of builds up our confidence and makes us more aware of the disabilities that are out there.
Jenny Larson. Jenny, how did you find out about this pageant, and why did you want to become a contestant?
Well, I already said I read an ad in the paper. That's how I found out. But I really learned a lot and met a great number of people, so it's really been beneficial to me.
Thank you, Jenny. You can't sneak, Joan. I'll read it to you. I know, I'm just kidding you. If you showed up for a speaking engagement only to find the building not accessible, what would you do?
I guess get my husband take me in.
Not a bad idea. Sarah Kendall. Sarah, was there a turning point in your life that made it easier for you to accept your disability?
I feel the turning point in my life, since I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of 4 days old, I felt the turning point in my life has been a continuous turning point from the time of the age of 4 days old all the way up to the present at the age of 29. And I feel though the biggest turning point in my life was when the gates of heaven opened for me at the age of 20, when I realized that the disabled person could go out and seek a future like myself as a registered nurse for now 7 years, and education was available to us, funding was available to us, assistance and help through other handicap associations like the CP Foundation, the Foundation for the Blind. These are the abilities that the disabled person can now receive, and I feel as a disabled woman, because of this, I no longer consider myself as a disabled person. Thank you very much.
Louise, would you advise a friend to enter the pageant next year, and why?
I would certainly advise anybody, any disabled woman, to enter this pageant, especially a friend. It was through a very dear friend of mine that I heard of this the very first time. And I have enjoyed it. This is my second year, and the reason I came back was I had such a good time last year. And I enjoyed it, and I have enjoyed myself this time also.
We've had a lot of fun this weekend. And of course, it's a great inspiration to listen to these ladies speak and talk about their disabilities and the things that they have, excuse me, I gotta find this thing over here. The accomplishments they have done in their lives, and I think of me being, not having a visible disability and the little things that I do in life, I think I'm overburdened, but of course when I spoke to some of these ladies, they're just overwhelming the types of things they have done and accomplished in their life, and it's sure inspiring to me. At this time, we're going to dismiss the judges for their final tally. Judges, get out of here. We're going to proceed on with a few items here, and of course, we have to take up some time to allow the judges to make their decisions. At this time, I'm going to deviate from the schedule a bit, Loretta, and we're going to call on you to make some announcements and to acknowledge the board members. Okay. By the way, Loretta pretty soon will not be Loretta Tassin, she'll be Loretta Tempest. And about August 19th, we'll be married. John, would you raise your hand, please? You're the groom to be. Trying to convince them they should go to Hawaii, but in fact, I found a dime out in the hallway and I gave it to John so he can have a down payment for his trip.
You're so generous, Bob.
On behalf of the entire Miss Wheelchair Iowa Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome you here tonight. We're really pleased to see so many of you. We've worked very hard this last year to make this a special evening because we have a very special group of ladies up here, and we think they deserve only the best. We've had a good weekend so far. The women came in yesterday afternoon. We had an orientation session last night. Got to know each other a little bit. Got some makeup tips that we can all use. Today they've been in workshops and their sessions with the judges, and the weekend will end when they leave tomorrow noon. The judges really didn't bite, did they? They didn't bite at all. When we get to know these women each year, and we listen to all the things that they've done, all the things that they've had to overcome, all the things that they hope yet to do, it gives us a renewed sense of energy, and it reminds us why we work so hard to put this pageant together. Because we as board members get every bit as much out of this as the women up on stage. And that's why we do it year after year. Because we're selfish and we do it for ourselves as much as you guys. The woman that the judges will select tonight will spend the next year traveling around the state, speaking to organizations, civic groups, different clubs, promoting accessibility, working very hard to remove architectural and attitudinal barriers. She urges other people, other disabled people, to get involved in their communities, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get things changed. No one's going to be out there doing it for us. We have to be involved. We have to work to get these things done ourselves. The improvement of the quality of life for the disabled population is the biggest reason that Miss Wheelchair Iowa sponsors the Handicapped Woman of Iowa pageant. Miss Wheelchair Iowa is a nonprofit organization, and we get most of our funding through contributions. We do some fundraising on our own. We've sold so many little caramels we don't even want to think about it. The Hy-Vee store thinks we're a part of their staff, I think. But we keep right on selling, and we have a good time doing it. If we didn't, we wouldn't be back out there doing it year after year. Most of our funding, however, comes from organizations and people, friends of ours, sponsors. And on the back of your program, you'll see those people listed, those organizations. And we ask that whenever possible, you support them, because they are the people that support us. And we thank them, we appreciate all that they do for us. Also in your program, you'll notice there is a section on ambassadors. That's something new we've tried this year, because we have a little trouble from time to time getting our message out. The women's names that are listed in the program are former contestants who, when asked, would you be willing to help, responded and said, yes, we'd be more than happy to. So they've helped us this past year with publicity. They've helped us in getting applications out to contestants or anyone interested in the program. And they've helped us with some fundraising. So we really appreciate what they've been able to do for us. Are any of our ambassadors here tonight? I know Donna Bosma is here somewhere. Donna, where are you? Donna was Handicapped Woman of Iowa, what, 87? My memory's not gone yet, is it? A couple other ambassadors are involved in the program. Eleanor Luce, who is a judge. Pam Dale, you've heard. I'm being waved at. Why am I being waved at?
I'm sitting down here the red behind all the people.
Joyce Packwood?
Yeah.
Is that you?
I'm here.
You're too short back there.
Well, I'm
Okay. We gotta get you a higher wheelchair.
I'm on my knees now.
In any event, we do appreciate all their assistance. Now, you've met the contestants, you've met the judges, you've met a couple ambassadors. Now I want you to meet the people that make tonight possible. I've worked with different groups, and I have to admit, I shouldn't, I don't want these people to get a big head, but I have to admit this is the greatest group that I've ever worked with. It makes it all fun. They make it fun. We have a good time no matter whether we're freezing our tails selling caramels or whether we're in our board meetings trying to figure out how we're going to pay the bill when we leave this hotel. But somehow it all comes together, and they're the ones that help make it work. First, the gentleman you've been hearing all night, and I use that term loosely. Bob Stebbin is our president in charge of vice president of Miss Wheelchair Iowa, the man that's been keeping our program rolling tonight. This is his first time as MC here, and he told me last night, I'm so scared, I'm so nervous. This is the man that goes hunting and shoots himself in the foot. And he's not afraid to go back out hunting again, but he's afraid to stand up in front of you people. I don't understand it. You want to come up here? These people keep trying to hide. They keep trying to hide in the back of the room. And I told them last year, if I have to be up here, you do too. Carol Miracle. Where are you, Carol? You want to come on up? Carol is our secretary and has really been my right hand this last year. Whenever there's been something to do, Carol's there volunteering before you even have to ask for volunteers. I sometimes wonder, I won't say that. I was going to say, I wonder if she has good sense sometimes. I thank God she's with us, and we really enjoy her. Our treasurer, Mark Grimm, could not be here tonight. He's a new daddy and thought he better be elsewhere. Then we have the woman who has been with us for many years, Ann Kopic, the woman who has all the answers. Sometimes before we even have a question, Ann has an answer. She didn't want to come up here, I can tell by the look on her face. Ann's been on our board for many, many years, and her expertise is invaluable. Next we have Polly Lynch. Polly is the lady who keeps asking us how we're going to do that. Where is the money going to come from? I'm really pulling this off, guys. Bob hasn't tripped over the cord. I'm so proud of it. Okay, that's true. I might tell him that. I should tell you that Ann and Polly are sisters. So see, it's a family operation. Then we have, well, how do I want to say this? Mr. Properties. There is no other way to say this. function together like this, someone has to be responsible. Someone has to be there to coordinate the whole thing and keep track of the many little things that have to be done. And they have to be able to answer when you say, where are the flowers? Where are the pins? Where is this? Where is that? Lou Verling is that man. He's been Mr. Properties for a couple years now. And we love him dearly. But I promise, Lou, in front of God and everybody, if you don't want to be Mr. Properties next year, we'll see what we can work out. Yeah, you won't hear that more than once. Okay, Ron Carter is not here yet, is he? He was not able to make it, as Bob explained. Maybe he'll be able to be here later. We've added some new blood to our board this year, and it's been like a breath of fresh air. Chris Morgan. Chris has done a lot to help us this past year with our publicity. She's with the Skywalker. Oh, okay. We have Lona Hanson. No. Lona's been having some mobility problems here this year, but she's about got them whipped. Tim Gracie. Yeah, come on down. John Tempest. Now these four new people we've added this year, they're still wondering, my God, what did we get into? But we have a good time, and these are the people that make this pageant possible, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. The Miss Wheelchair Iowa Board of Directors.
Thank you, Loretta. At this time, we're going to go back to the contestants again and have them introduce their members of their family or friends that are present with them tonight.
I pretty much have my family here, and I'd like to thank my mom and dad who have always been a constant support for me. And my little sister who's been my backbone throughout this whole thing. When my nerves were frayed, she tied it back together. And my Aunt Leona's here, and she's been through the whole thing. And last but not least, my good friend Bill, who's gotten me through a lot. It's been a very good thing.
Family's unable to be here with me tonight, but my husband and my son Danny's in Iowa City, and our daughter is in New York, and I'm planning a wedding for her in Iowa City, so she's in New York, unable to join us.
And my mom, Dorothy, and my brother Alan and Craig are in the back row.
I feel real fortunate to have such a big support system. First of all, my biggest supporter is my husband, Buzz. I don't know who to choose next. I got two sets of moms and dads here. I guess I'll pick my own first. My parents, Corey and Kathleen Abernathy. My other set of parents that I couldn't live without either, That's my in-laws from Billy's hand. My sister-in-law, Rosie. My nieces, Kayla and Vanessa. And last but not least, my nephew, Sean.
Okay, next we have, don't blow it now, Bob, Sue Bowser.
I have my faithful companion that's helped me through this weekend, Joanne Loy, and my two sisters, Jenny Weber, Marcia Weber, and my niece, Angie.
Okay, Jenny Larson.
I have my companion and my daughter, Sally Rickard.
Joan Turner.
My husband of 30 years, and my daughter and her soon-to-be husband.
Sarah Kendall.
I had my brother Jim Valentine here, and my family was unable to come, but they were my big support through my entire disability.
Louise Pruitt.
My husband Kenneth is here, and on April 25th, we will be married 42 years.
Okay, let's go on with the program here, and we'll ask our lovely pianist and to come to the piano, please, and to accompany Nancy Judge, who's going to sing a piece for us this evening. Nancy Judge.
So many nights I'd sit by my window, waiting for someone to sing me his song. So many dreams I kept deep inside me, alone in the dark. But now you've come along, and you light up my life. You give me hope to carry on. You light up my days and fill my nights with song. Rolling at sea,
Lovely. Alma, thank you. Okay, let's just speed along a little bit here, and this time I'm going to go across the podium or the platform very carefully, and we're going to talk to Krista. Krista Schmidt was the winner last year of the Miss Wheelchair Iowa. We're going to hear a few comments from her. Krista is a school teacher up in, where is that? Orange City. That's very one of these days. And she's been a lovely today for us and to spread the word and the needs of the disabled.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here again tonight to see so many lovely contestants, and I wish you all the best as the judges will be pronouncing their judgment real soon. I have my family with me also tonight. My father and my mother and my little sister. They're back there on the left, my left at least. I've had a really good year being Miss Handicapped Woman of Iowa. I've had a lot of experiences in meeting different people, and that's been a lot of fun. And also I've been having a lot of fun just making people more aware of the disabilities and making people more aware of the accessibility needs that the handicapped people do need. And I just want to thank the board members and also the people who voted for me last year. And I had a great year, and I thank you for the opportunity to represent Iowa, handicapped women of Iowa.
You want to keep that in there. Thank you, Krista. Now as I get back to this spot over here without breaking my neck. Come on over here. Excuse me, I gotta get a lot of that. Okay, at this time I want to introduce to you Tim Gracie, one of the board members that you met earlier, and Tim is to present the ladies on the platform with pins that denote that they were contestants in the Handicapped Woman of Iowa pageant this year, and it states 1989 on them, and Tim may proceed. This is a little memento for them to remember the 3 days that they're going to be here. They'll be here tomorrow yet until about noon. Tim is a new board member and of course has been a tremendous inspiration to us and is very involved in creating new ideas for us. Okay. I think I became much more aware of the needs of the handicapped when I moved to Iowa some 15 years ago. My wife and I moved here. I guess she came with me. But anyway, our neighbors are deaf, and of course, it was frightening at first for us to learn to greet them and meet them because it was a scary feeling, because how do I communicate with these people? They can't hear me, and the old cliche, deaf and dumb, came into play, and that's all I thought about. And of course, I found out later that they don't bite, and of course they taught us sign language, and I became involved in interpreting for them for employment. And of course, Kathy, the lady next door, Kathy Kalski, now works at the federal building for the Veterans Administration, and I was instrumental in interpreting for her when she interviewed for the job. And it was so crazy because the individual that interviewed her, a lawyer, a man of a lot of degrees, on the side asked me if she could count and if she was dumb. And I almost fell off the chair because I knew Kathy well, and of course she has made great strides, and she's received many awards, and they made many provisions for her. She's not able to communicate on the telephone, but they made arrangements for her to have someone do the telephoning for her, and she continually receives awards for being outstanding employee at the federal building. And that was the first time the Veterans Administration hired somebody of that type of handicap, and so I was very proud to see that happen. Tim, are you done yet? Okay. I thought maybe you pocketed some of those. At this time, we're going to announce a winner of Miss Compatibility. And we're going to announce that. And Miss Compatibility is chosen and selected by her compatriots up here. One of the ladies themselves do the judging and pick one of the individuals that exemplified congeniality and friendliness and cooperativeness and a positive attitude during their stay here. Now, do we have the name yet, Loretta? Okay, I've got it too. It's Catherine Kuhlman. Did you raise your hand, Catherine? Okay, thank you. At this time, I'm going to call on Polly Lynch, a board member, to present a bouquet of roses. Now your turn, Carol. Annabelle Kopic, where are you? Okay, Annabelle's going to present a plaque to Catherine. After all that, will you talk to us?
I guess I should, since I got roses for it. Well, I really enjoyed meeting all the contestants. We've made a couple good, and I hope lasting friends. It's really been a fun weekend, and I thank the hotel, and I thank the Handicapped Association of Iowa. They've done a wonderful presentation here, and I wish everyone luck.
Okay, the envelope, please. Moment, I've always dreamed of doing this. Bob Barker and, I can't believe it. I think we'll cancel this and do it next year. We'll just kind of forget about it. Oh, do I have to announce it, really? Well, okay, let's get on with it. The judges have selected Catherine Kuhlman.
Sheriff, watch this closely. We have to guard this thing.
Catherine, congratulations to you. At this time, we'll call on Carol Miracle. This time, Carol, do your thing. Board member will pin on a sash. Last year I told the girl that I stuck the lady. Of course I stuck, didn't I?
Yeah.
Careful now, Chris. Okay. Now this is probably the second or third year that Miss Congeniality and Miss Handicapped Woman of Iowa has been selected at the same time. both awards. And I don't think it's ever happened before, did it, Loretta? I mean, last year it happened, and the year before, and then this year. And before that time, this time around. Okay, she's putting those pins on her now. Okay, from there, we're going to give her $1 million. Someday. That's right, we're going to sell more caramels. We're going to make a collection in here. So we have some ushers going to pass the plate around here pretty soon. At this time, I'd like to call on Lou Verling for introduction and a presentation of a gift.
Loretta has already called your attention to the fact that we have many sponsors and contributors who are listed on the back of the pageant brochure. One of the nice things about doing a project like this is that we have so many people come forward who want to contribute, who want to be a part of what we're doing. One of those individuals has been with us now for at least 4 years in providing gifts to the winner. And she is with us again this evening. Faye Villamick of Villamick Gift Shop in the Drake area. Faye, would you come forward, please?
And lo and behold, my brother arrived. My brother Ron Carter, you snuck in. You rascal, I talked to them about the chocolate milk I've been drinking. They said they look like you. And I've been drinking it, and well, it didn't work too well. Ron Carter has been the MC for several years, and of course he couldn't be here earlier, and he's here now in living color.
Thanks very much. I'm certainly glad to have the opportunity to be back. I've never missed one since I have become a board member, and I certainly would have been remiss had I missed this beautiful pageant and workshop and all the efforts that went into it to make this come to fruition like it has. Indeed, it's always been a pleasure for me, because I've always said that those of us who have something to share with others should share it. Because I remember an old biblical scripture that I once read that said that if you have a talent or you light your candle and put it under a basket, it does not give the light to anyone. But if we have something that we can share with others, we can put it on a candlestick where it can shine out and reach out and help everyone. And the beautiful thing about working with handicapped people, and really we look around what really is handicapped. If you wear glasses, all my teeth used to belong to me. You know, there's a lot of things that can cause one to be handicapped. But these people are just beautiful, and they're very special people, because not only did they come out in their time and their efforts and so forth to make this program what it is. One of these ladies, and we already have the lady in the person of Catherine, who is going to be the spokesperson and the representative of the concerns for handicapped people in the state of Iowa. And you know, I really feel, I'm a transplant in Missouri, but I've been here since 1944, and I believe that Iowa is on the threshold of becoming one of the greatest states in the 50 United States, simply because we have the concerns, and we are concerned about our fellow men and our fellow ladies. And this is what it's all about, that reaching out and touching someone to enrich and make their lives a little sweeter than it was the day before. And tonight, I think all of you are a little richer and a little sweeter for having participated in this program today. I'm not the keynote speaker, just give me a mic though. I don't know when to shut up. But it's such a beautiful thing, and I really love it. It's to see the signing here and see our deaf loved ones with us. It's just beautiful that we can all get together. If this could spread out throughout the United States, wouldn't it be a beautiful thing? I'm not going to say anymore. John just pulled my coat down. And I'm sorry I missed his intro tonight. But I do have from Madeline Shepard, one of the most exclusive ladies shops in the city of Des Moines, a gift certificate that we want to present. And I keep telling Madeline I would certainly like for her to come, but she's a very, very busy lady, a very gracious lady, but she is concerned and wants to make sure that the program is a success. So she always sends a little gift certificate, and she'll welcome you, Catherine, with open arms. So here's a little certificate from Madeline. Also have some luggage there. And to all of the Deputy Sheriff's Department, the Sheriff's Department over there, fellows, ladies, it's really great to see you back again. I know the first time that you came to the pageant, and I drove up, that was out to Howard Johnson on Mill Hill, and I seen all those sheriff cars out there. Fellas, you know how close I came to just keep on moving on. But it's really nice to have you, and we certainly appreciate your help. Now I'm back to Bob. Thanks very much.
The bobbing around show, huh? Okay, let's have some comments from Catherine at this time. Catherine?
I realized that I forgot a very important friend that's with me tonight, the lady that got me involved in Handicapped Woman of Iowa. And this is the director of Very Special Arts of Iowa, Sue Jensen. And stand up, Sue. Other handicapped people in the state of Iowa and hopefully beyond.
We're about to wind down here now, and of course at this time I'm going to ask the Sheriff's Department to make their way up to the platform to escort their contestants out. I want to tell all of you thank you for coming. We're going to have a reception following. In the back room here someplace, right, Lou? We're going to have tea and crumpets, is that what they call it, Loretta? And I want you to greet the ladies. We're going to have a receiving line there for them. We want to thank the Alma for coming and graciously every year and playing the piano for us, and the Kathy Rapp, the interpreter, and the judges for doing their hard work and taking time out to do this work. It's been quite active for them. And a special thanks I want to give to Loretta Tassin, the president of the board, and without Loretta and her drive to head forward and to get us involved in assisting with this program and encouraging people to recognize the needs of the disabled, it wouldn't be possible. Loretta, thank you very much. registered in when you arrived. We'd appreciate it if you would register on the way out. Lunch and coffee, cookies in the back room.
Great seeing you. 3 years. I didn't know you. Did you win when you ran?
Okay, everybody, up here. Wait. That's one. Now you can do anything you want to do on this one. Like this. 1, 2, do whatever you want to do. Don't just sit there and look like, yeah, I got you. No. You got some refreshments. Come on. There you go. Now you go. There you go. Now all you guys got to use
Go.
Sure.
Isn't she like a rosebud?